Good morning. It's Sunday, and I happen to have a lot to say. Hi, Rottweilers. Simply Sophie. Days. Good to see all of you. I want to start out by blessings. Hyena, do you have any blessings? Come on, get up here. Blessings. Blessings for everyone. And Sophie, you may want to hang around and hear this because this directly involves you. I'm going to get to the clips later, but just to summarize, there's Celia. Days, hey, you made it. This directly involves you, but I'm going to get to the clips later. But just so Sophie knows, this involves her. I was given some clips that Mr. Ed, Turkey Teeth, and whatever the fuck you want to call her, there's JJ, hey, JJ, hey, Selfie Queen Cindy, Alex Sevilla. She said that Sophie yelled at her dog, and I'm going to play the clips to prove it. And where was Terry Time, the big animal advocate, to go after Sophie for yelling at her dogs? Well, let me tell you something, you stupid Scottish, ignorant female that nobody can understand. And you'll see when I play the clips. I yell at my dogs constantly. That is not animal cruelty, you stupid asshole. And you're allowed to sit and love antifreeze, who bragged about killing 2 dogs with antifreeze. The poodle kicker who told her own story, much like antifreeze, of kicking a poodle around and never seeing it again. And the wonderful Maria, who sat on a panel with antifreeze and said she wanted to give her husband's dog get rid of it because she didn't like it. And antifreeze said, well, I'll throw it in the traffic for you. So unless you clean up your act, don't you dare to mention me saying a word to Sophie about yelling at her dog. Her dog is fine. And if she does want to find it a home, I'm sure she'll do it in a proper way and won't give it to somebody to throw in traffic like your partner, Maria, did. So shut up about the animal abuse, you ignorant Scottish hag. Shut up about it. To think that you could bring my name into animal advocacy knowing that I am one. You don't even know the rules about anything. Just shut up, mind your own business, pay attention to Scotland shit, and shut the fuck up. Clark Kent, she killed those fucking dogs, you're right. And if she didn't, she told the story. So either one, it's pathetic. Who would tell a story about giving dogs antifreeze and be in their right mind? And poodle kicker, the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger between your lies and the truth. You told the poodle kicking story. You did. So, and Mr. Ed, Turkey Teeth, Scottish Invader, can't speak English, keep your mouth shut about telling me who to go after and where to go about animal cruelty. Have you got that? You make me sick. I have not mentioned either one of you pieces of crap because I'm not going for all the family shit that's going on either side. I don't do that. I think it's despicable. But when you bring my name up and I'm going to play it, and you don't have a problem. Where's the big animal advocate, Terry Time? Why isn't she yelling at Sophie? Let me get the words right from Hyena's mouth. Hyena, come here, baby. Where are you at? Come here. Ask these people if I ever yell at you dogs. Inquiring minds want to know. Do I? Do I? She said that her middle name is motherfucker. That's how much I yell at my dog. Now, what are you going to do about that, you Scottish invading, non-English speaking freak? And another thing, I heard Maria, and I'm saying her name for Jessica, a proud hillbilly that happens to come into my room. Every time you cut down a hillbilly or a redneck, you're cutting half the country down, you ignorant, stupid female. You just wish you had the brains that a redneck has. Oh, and this is Maria. Jessica, this is for you. If you're up, come in here. Because this is one of the most famous hillbillies that I know. Maria, you want to mouth off to him? Huh? You better hope you don't run into a redneck in real life. That's all I've got to say. You better hope you don't. And this is what the great Maria, that is so willing to cast judgment on everyone, said. She said that JM went to the state of Philadelphia to beat somebody up. Well, Maria, get a United States map. You're as ignorant as your Scottish friend and fill all the states in. I bet you can't do it because Philadelphia is not a state, my poor, ignorant fool. It is a city in the state of Pennsylvania. Have you got that? Don't go on here yapping that mouth of yours without any kind of information whatsoever. You're a freak. You're a freak of nature. I wish they could put you in jail for this RO, but you're not going to jail. Nobody is. I already explained the RO situation. It's a joke. Nothing's going to happen. You might have to quit talking about each other for a day or two, and that'll be it. Miss can't be wrong. Yeehaw, motherfuckers. Hillbilly Proud, you're right. Have you not seen my shake my pills for the 2 years I've been on here bragging about being white trash, a Trump supporter, trailer trash, born and bred a hillbilly in the upstate of New York Hills? Now I live with rednecks and I love every one of them. Maria, you stupid bitch. You have just pissed off half the fucking country. That's how dumb you are. Hillbilly Proud, hillbilly, Trump 2024. And here's my Trump hat. Anyway, I haven't been doing lives because I am a political junkie. Not just that, I'm also a snap junkie. And as you can tell, I just did some this morning. So I'm very snappy and I have my shit all together. In case none of you people realize it, Texas is defending the United States border from the invasion. But 24 other states have joined them. And I'm going to read the states that have joined Texas. They're defying Biden. They're defying the Supreme Court, and they're defending this country against an invasion of over 3 million people. And the people in you sanctuary cities are having a fit about it. I have the states here, and I'm going to read them off because I have been so invested in this state of our United States that I really, let's take a different look. Pledge allegiance to the United States. Right there's a map. But I'm going to read the states because I have them listed. Maria, you better get a geography thing out. You have no idea what the states are if you're so stupid that you think Philadelphia is a state. Stay in Miami. Please stay in Miami. Don't venture anywhere else because you're too stupid to make it. And Anne, you mind your own business and mind the business of Scotland. Don't worry about Sophie yelling at her dog. I couldn't believe that when I got sent that clip. Because I hadn't heard anything out of either one of them. And to tell you the truth, I have been very busy with politics. Okay, here's a list of the states, but I'm going to read them to you. These are the 24 states backing Texas. And Florida has already sent the National Guard to Texas to help them guard the border for all of us. Rednecks and everybody. Maria! Montana, New Hampshire, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma. Oklahoma has sent troops too. Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, Illinois, Ohio, West Virginia, Sophie, is on this list. And Virginia, Tammy, is on this list. And I also found out something else about the Great Vol, Dana, that I talked to on the damn phone. Her name is Dana. She lived in Tennessee when she talked to me. She was trying to track down antifreeze, and I heard it. I don't know if it's a good source or not because who can tell? But I heard that Siwa has moved to Tennessee, which I could care less about. I think all this shit involving the kids and the families is disgusting. I don't care which side's doing it. I've never done it. But when Maria can sit up there and run her mouth about hillbillies and rednecks and animal advocates, that is disgusting. Very disgusting. I scream and yell at everybody, including my dogs. It is not animal abuse, you ignorant. I can't even find a word to describe somebody as stupid as her from Scotland. Thank you. All my animals are sport. That's right. I couldn't believe it. I said, what the fuck is she bringing my name up to go after Sophie because she yells at her dogs? You better hope you can't understand hyena. I should tell you how much I yell at dogs. Yes, the families is disgusting. Yes, it is, Days. And I, for one, will never do it. Never. But both sides are doing it, with the exception of Sophie. The rest of them are, and I'm not picking sides because it all makes me sick. All of them. Good morning, sweetie. Clark Kent. I talk to my dog like a human, so I have obviously screamed at my dog. I also I do too. In fact, I have to tell you a funny story about screaming at my dogs. As you know, you've all seen my yards. I have 3 big yards, especially for my dogs. Well, they were in the front yard one day, and this was when I was still working. And they kept barking and barking and barking. I said, shut up, you motherfuckers. You better shut up. I'm going to kick you over that fence. Blah, 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 screaming at the top of my lungs. 3 or 4 times I went out there yelling at my dogs. Finally, I heard this voice say, ma'am, ma'am. And it was a worker on the road. That's what my dogs were barking at. They could see those road workers. I couldn't see them because of the fence, but my dogs could see them. And this guy walked around my fence. He said, ma'am, you don't have to yell at your dogs. I think they're barking at me. So I barked at my dogs right in front of a public road guy. Does that mean I need to go to jail? And you stupid female, the more you talk, the dumber you sound. You better be glad people can't understand you, because if they could really hear what you're talking about, they could really hear, and you say you're not taking what Ann says is not your business. Oh, yes, it is, ma'am. It is your damn business. Let's see. Simply Sophie. Hey, Stephen. Selfie Queen. I love my dog. My dogs get yelled at. I told my vet he could just call my dogs motherfucker, because that's the name they come to. Now, this episode of Terry Time is brought to you by Sweet Bitch Wine. Peach sparkling wine. It was brought to me by one of my Pekingese people. I love it. It's the only thing I ever drink. Thank you, Debbie, if you're watching this. Thank you for the Sweet Bitch Wine. And you can only get it in 2 places, New York and Texas. It is delicious. And now, in case you don't know it, Texas is trying to guard this whole fucking United States. And I'm so glad to be here. I'm so proud of my governor, who I'm sure Maria don't have a clue who that is, or the governor. She probably don't even know who the governor of Florida is. It's DeSantis, and he has sent troops to help Texas. And I read the list of the states, and Sophie, you're in one. And I have something else to say, too. I heard Maria was calling Moderator 148's husband a redneck. Well, he should take that as pride, like I do. Be very prideful, because if Trump does not win this election, if this country stays like it is now with all these immigrants, 4 million or however many there is, we're going to need some rednecks and some hillbillies to survive, because these city people can go ahead and fucking die as far as I care. Preach, got to be better than Fabulosa, yes. Who drinks that? strapped in with MTT. I hear that Texas is hiring riot police. Texas is prepared, and I heard the governor, because unlike the rest of these ignorant people, I do watch politics all day, every day. And our wonderful Governor Abbott made a speech, and he said that if Biden is stupid enough to go against Texas, he is willing to make regular people guard the border. And it's, even though I'm going to be 73 next month, I will be down there guarding the border for everybody, including Maria. Ooh, I wish Jesco would come in here and hear me say that. He loves hearing me say that. And I hear you're having a little trouble up in Canada there too, MTT. Seen a bunch of truckers and stuff doing SOS in the field. The whole world is waking up to this shit. Everybody but Maria, who doesn't know that Philadelphia isn't a state. It's a city in Pennsylvania. And you change your story from Johnny Mac going and not touching the guy to going and beating him up. So you don't change your story from day to day. And how do you like having Jen Bailey all on your own? Don't be telling people that I'm on the phone with her. I denounced her over a month ago, maybe 6 weeks, and I haven't spoken to her since, and I never will. I'm not going to talk bad about her. I don't hate her, but I'm done with her. I'm done. I'm too much involved with our country to worry about women's stuff. But when Anne, and I will play the clips, brought me up to do something about Sophie. Sophie, don't yell at your dog. I've never heard anybody getting in trouble for that, but please don't be the first. And also, there's something else I want to say. Since Maria and Mr. Ed Teetletooth, whatever the fuck you want to call her, is talking about women's husbands. For your information, and this is in my opinion, and everybody knows I like alpha males. That's what I like. Sophie and Moderator 148 have the two hottest husbands that I've seen. The two hottest. So Maria, the one picture I've seen of your old man, he was kind of good looking, but I bet he's this tall. And I do have a height requirement. So don't worry about other people's husbands. Don't worry about other people's kids. Don't worry about nothing. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. And especially don't talk about hillbillies and rednecks. Not around me, because I've got rid of FBS over the same bullshit. And he's still doing the same thing, because I heard him the other day running his stupid ass mouth. I'll tell you one thing. If he'd have been in a fight with a hillbilly or a redneck, that fucker wouldn't have been in the back of an ambulance giving a little video show of how beat up he was. He'd have looked more like I did. That. Oh, and I've got something to say about Pool Stick. Who hasn't mentioned me, by the way? But it's common knowledge, I think by now, that on Bottom Feeders, on Reddit, there is a post that he was caught chatting with a minor child with his shirt off, supposedly playing with himself. But unlike everybody else, I'm not running with that because there's no proof. There's no video. There's no voice. So be very careful accusing people of this shit unless you have the facts. And I stuck up for MRE because there's no facts about him. It looked like a incident report to me. He never got arrested. If he'd have done something like that, there'd have been something done. And don't run with this Pool Stick story because I haven't seen a bit of proof on that either. I've just seen 3 pictures. It was him. Who knows who he was talking to? Who cares? Do not run with shit unless you have the proof, and there's no proof. But there is one thing very truthful in that picture. He definitely shouldn't have the nickname Pool Stick, but I gave him that name for beating somebody with a pool stick. That's his weapon of choice to use on women. But he definitely does not have the junk of a pool stick. His junk is more like a tee that you use to hit golf balls off of, a tee. And that is truthful. So I misnicknamed him. He's still going to be called Pool Stick, but not because of his junk, believe me, not because of his junk. Quite an accusation. I know it is, Stephen Chris. I've seen there people running with it. Are you out of your minds? That could be all made up. There's no proof. There's no voice video. There's no video. And I cannot believe Pullstick would be dumb enough to video him talking with a minor child and let it get out. Sorry. And you know I can't stand him, but I'm not going to lie on people, just like I wouldn't lie on MRE. There's no proof any of that shit happened. That was an incident report, Caspinoza. Where's the rest of your fucking proof? That was nothing but a damn incident report. I can fill one out right now on anybody in here. Exactly. Proof is a must. Those kind of accusations are dangerous. Yes, they are. Therefore, I'm not going to do it. But I am going to say, and I'm not a big sports person of golf either, but the little golf tee is a more accurate description than a pull stick, people. The little golf tee. And the hottest husbands that I've seen are Sophie's husband and Moderator 148's husband. Just saying. But I like alpha males. I don't like little soft, woke joke males. Good morning. I believe it was the other person that recorded it, but I still need more proof. That's sure. You better be sure, Sophie, because that shit, I cannot believe he would be that stupid to actually talk to a minor child, doing what they say he was doing, saying what they say he was saying. I just can't believe he would be that dumb to let shit like that get out. Have a great day, everyone. Hi, Tammy. Look what I'm wearing, Tammy. The wonderful bracelet that you got me. I'm still wearing a wonderful necklace that Lisa Marie sent me. Hyena already did her blessings, and she told everybody that I scream at them dogs daily, and they wouldn't switch homes with anybody. And I have my Trump hat on, and I read the states, and you'll be happy to know, Tammy, that Virginia is one of the 24 states that's backing Texas. So far, only 2 states have sent the National Guard, Florida and Oklahoma, but I'm sure there'll be more. I know. And putting it in Reddit instead of going to the police. Terry, hi, Scottish Deborah. I don't believe it either. I don't think he would be that dumb, and I'm not going to run with it. I'm just telling everybody to beware, just like the MRE shit. Beware. Where's this big proof Caspinoza was supposed to come up with? Where is it, people? It's not there because it didn't happen. It was some jealous female getting a divorce from his brother that wanted to hurt everybody she could in every way she could. Miss Terry Time has happy dogs and gorgeous dogs too. Yes, I do, and I do scream at them. Probably on a regular, probably just about every day. So, Sophie, don't worry about this animal advocate. And the thing that makes me more sick, and MTT knows this, I was the one that helped with the cats. Not Cooch, not Jules. They tried. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a call, and I have to take it because it might be Paul. Oh, it's a 201. Where's 201, people? Hello? No. What do you want? Who is this? Joey Molino? Are you kidding me? How did you get my number? You got it from my website? Are you wanting a Pekingese? Oh my God, this is spellbinding. Do you want to do an interview, Joey Molino? Well, Hector? Joey, what do you want to know about Pullstick's boyfriend? What makes you think that I would know anything about Pullstick's boyfriend, Joey? I think you're calling the wrong person. I know you're a big Trump guy and all that. And I know you about died when you heard Maria say that Philadelphia was a state. But really, I can't handle any of them women. But it's very easy to get my number. Did you look at my dogs while you were on my website? You do? Wow. This is exciting, people. Joey Molino is on the phone with me. Can you believe it? Well, you got the right area code anyway, Joey. 201 is a Philadelphia area code. Maria! It's not a state code. It's a city code. Well, I don't know a thing about Hector. I just know that he's Pullstick's wish. Wish is to meet Hector. Other than that, I don't know nothing about him, Joey. But thanks for calling into my show. Oh my God. If you ever do want a Pekingese, please keep me in mind. And we can talk about horse racing too, since I know you were a jockey. That probably means you're too short for me, but I could still talk to you. All right. 201 is a Northern New Jersey number. Aren't you supposed to be out of Philadelphia? You trying to trick me, Joey? Not really? Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Wow, can you believe that? Joey Merlino. Come here, Presley. I want to show these people the start of my Pekingese. I can't show you a chain because where'd Presley go? Did he jump down? There you are. And my yelling doesn't scare Presley either. Not you, ma'am. I want Presley. I want to show them a 16-year-old Pekingese that I love that started my Pekingese. Well, he didn't really start my Pekingese journey. I had Ching-a-ling before him. And I also had a Pekingese called Hop Sing from Canada, Alberta, Canada. But this little guy is in all my puppies. It's his bloodline that I'm trying to keep. And even though he's very old, and he's probably lucky, he's almost deaf. He can't hear me hollering at the dogs like I do all the time. This is Presley, people. Picasso is his son. He is a proud poppy of many of my Pekingese. His daddy and his granddaddy were champions. Coco Motion was his daddy. And he's my old man, and he gets very special treatment. Nobody can touch him. Nobody can hurt him. He just does whatever he feels like doing. He's an old man, and he's living with an old woman, and he's also for Trump. Look at him. He's so sweet. Are you in a bad mood? Oh, you want to go back to sleep? Do you, old man? Oh, you're going to growl at me? Huh? You are? You're so grumpy. You're grumpy. You're grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You always have been. You have a right to be. You have a right to do anything you want. What do you think of Anne and Maria and their hillbilly comments, huh? Ha! He says they're pieces of shit. How long? My Pekingese Hop Sing lived to be 18. Presley is 15 or 16. I'd have to get his papers to check, but my Pekingese live into their teens. What kind of dog you got, Crafton, with MT Crafton? Ooh, it almost scared me. I thought Maria was in here. I got her blocked. There's no way she can get in here. Jane Creek, dude. There was something else I was going to talk about, but I forget what. Oh, here's Sharon. Who called me? You're not going to believe it. Joey Merlino. Want to know where Hector was? Everybody, this is Sharon, and I'm going to let her give you her impression of YouTube because she drove truck for 25 years and never really watched YouTube till she came here. Give them your honest opinion of the bottom feeders, the women first, and then the mob feeders, the men.
Well, honest to God's truth on this one, bottom feeders, y'all ain't got life. Y'all ain't got a life. They're stupid. For one thing, as Terry was saying, I've been to Philadelphia. I didn't know it had its own state.
I didn't either.
Because I've been
about
many
that.
times, and I always heard it was in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like every time I crossed that state line, I was in Pennsylvania.
That's right.
And anyway, the bottom feeders, y'all need to get alive. Everybody quit bitching about what this one's doing, what that one's doing, because it really don't make no sense. And the men, well, they're bullshit how they rag each other and friends the next day. And one thing about Pullstick, you don't know me from Adam or Eve, but I'm gonna tell you something. FBS or whatever his name is, why do you show the same pictures every day for the last 3 weeks? I am so sick of looking at that. Won't you get you some new content?
Sophie is not a bottom feeder, Sharon. Just
Wow.
to make that perfect. But she is a hillbilly.
Yeah.
And for
I
that,
ain't
I
got
love her.
nothing, I ain't got nothing against hillbillies. I don't have nothing against rednecks because I was married to a few of them.
That's right.
And
And her best friend is one.
you were trailer trash.
Well, trailer trash, white trash, hillbilly, and redneck. I'm a multiple
But
gene
as far
person.
as ever, all the others, I have not got along to. I ain't got along with a Cuban in a long time, and that's 100 years.
I've never got along with one.
Well,
Well, I love
I had-
our Senator
I had-
Ted Cruz. I love him. I love him. I love him.
I had to associate with some of them when they had businesses, and I had to go in to get loaded or unloaded, whatever. But they were never like these idiots on here. One that's, you got Snap every day.
That's right. And so do you.
But-
So shut up and quit trying to act holier than
I'm
thou.
good. And because you don't share, remember?
No, I don't share. I do my
And-
gram a day, according to Pool Stick, a gram a day.
But-
She don't get any of it.
I want to know why in the hell Bullstick acts like he does. He acts like he's on a heavier.
Hang on a minute. Important announcement. Miss can't be wrong. It's not a bottom feeder. And neither is Sophie.
Well, there's a few of them that is and isn't. I don't know everybody yet, but I know a few of the bottom feeders.
Snap queens. That's what somebody says. We are that. We are snap queens. And here's my snap cup with my snap.
I haven't got no Snap cup this morning yet.
It's your own fault, Sharon.
I just woke up because your damn phone woke me up again.
If Joey Merlita calls, people answer. I can't help it if he wants to know where Hector is. That ain't my
I thought it'd be
problem.
Paul calling. Maybe my man would have said something to him.
I thought Paul was calling too. And I thought, my God, this is awful early.
Well, he had to go to work, I imagine.
Not on Sunday.
Oh.
He is calling me today. That's why I had the phone in here, but he always calls in the afternoon. Paul, I love you, by the way. I know you're going to see
Right.
this.
Everybody, bottom feeders, you know who you are. Y'all need to get a life instead of living somebody else's or trying to live somebody else's that you're not making it.
Mind your own business.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mine, your own. I can barely get Sharon to watch anybody with me. Now, she is so sick. If I have to see, she says, why does Pool Stick keep showing that Breitbart picture and that video over and over? Everybody knows what they know about MRE. Everybody has already made their minds up. For me, it doesn't bother me. I loved him when he was rusting. In fact, I wish he would come back to the Durkeyverse. It's way more fun over there. And I'm going to post I want everybody to go watch Gotcha Man. He actually is not in the Durkeyverse. He's kind of in the Johnny Gobble thing. I don't know where Carlos is, but I love you. I love Joey Dimes, Rolex. I don't know where they are because I do things kind of spur of the moment. FBS, I still despise you.
Quit holding your little finger out.
I'm holding my little finger out like Pool Stick does. I did get on the panel with stand-up guy, and I talked to MRE, but my sound was terrible. And he did say that he was sorry he ever called me a man, and that he only did it one time. I'm not going to argue over that, but I know that he did it more than once. I know an abandoned mine shaft or two. I know you do, Sophie. I know you do, but guess what? They can get rid of people in Texas, too. Lots of lakes around here. Sharon, when are we going to go to Clear Lakes and show them our meth heads and our copper burns?
Anytime you're ready to go.
And you know I don't have a signal over there.
Yeah, well, sucks to be us, don't it?
I wish Jesco would come in here. Maria! Big mouth! Don't mention hillbillies or rednecks again, or I'll come on here again and rant and rave just like I do fucking FBS. He ain't no goddamn atheist. He's the dumbest atheist I've ever met with a Jesus Christ tattooed on him. And isn't it wonderful how good his mother's doing thanks to Hyena's little blessings? Primo. I used to have a wonderful scrap pile, but I moved and we sold it. Ooh, I know a bunch of scrappers.
Yeah, I know a lot of scrappers.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's got copper in it. Got some friends that'll take care of that real quick.
I remember hauling copper, and everybody wanted to hijack the truck just to get all that copper off of it.
That's right. Who do you like listening to? Gotcha Man?
Yeah, I like it.
Gotcha Man is funny. He
But
is
just
funny.
get a full stick, I can do without. Because, I mean, same shit every day. He don't have new content. If he give FBS?
Yeah.
If he gives him a break, who the hell is he going to talk about?
Carlos, my love. So glad to see you. Carlos. Sharon likes
Hey,
Carlos too.
Carlos.
We love Carlos. Don't you worry, Pool Stick, about Carlos getting women now since a picture of your little junk got out there. Guess what, Carlos? I'm going to have to change his name from Pool Stick to Golf Tee because just about that big. Just about.
I just
Maybe.
call him Great Dick and get it over with.
Yeah, that is a good name for him. You shouldn't stand up anymore, Pool Stick. Seriously, I'm giving you some good advice. Don't stand up and swing that junk around. Carlos is coming in here. Finally, my Carlos showed up. I thought you were mad at me or something, maybe. I'm just screaming at Maria. And also, Carlos, I'm going to play the clips right now. Good luck trying to understand these. I don't have a translator. I don't have a Scottish translator here, but I want to prove that I'm not making up that she wanted me to go after Sophie because Sophie yelled at her dog. I don't think Sophie called the dog an MFer like I do mine, but nevertheless, what this one's to Paul, that can't be. Here it goes. I hope you can hear this.
Back, huh? And then she'll scream at Lizzie. The dog she got a year ago. So where's all our animal lovers, Terry Time? What are you saying about Sophie screaming at her dog?
I just told you what I thought about screaming at her dog. I scream at my dogs. You ignorant. Can you hear her, people? Can you understand her is the better word. Where's the speaker on this thing? I'll put it up by the, I'll put it right up by the thing.
Shouting at her dog. Hi, Lisa Marie. Wanting to get rid of her dog that she's had for a year. Hmm?
Hmm?
That's all thing I can
There
understand.
you go, Pinky. So where's all our animal lovers?
Where are all the animal lovers? Well, they sure aren't over there with you, with Antifreeze and Poodle Kicker, the gap, and the gap of her truth is getting wider and wider. A poodle could run through that gap. Hopefully it did. She said she didn't know if it lived or died. So until you two, or you 3, 4, get away from those two known animal abusers, animal killers, don't say a word about Sophie yelling at her dog. And I had to find a home for Pistol. And I had him a year in October. But this was not the right environment. I have a lot of old dogs, like I just showed you. Pistol was young. Bothered him all the time. I found him a wonderful home. And if Sophie wants to find her dog a wonderful home, then that is entirely up to you. And it's none of you two motherfuckers' business what she does. So, Ann, keep my freaking name out of your stupid ass mouth. I know you don't have no room in your mouth because your teeth are way too big. And it might help you speak better if you had some smaller teeth. I'm not a dentist, but I play one on TV. And I do have my teeth. And if moderator 148 don't want to show her husband's teeth, I'm proud to show mine. A snap head, 73-year-old, and I've got my teeth. Show yours. Show yours. And take them out and hold them up like that and show them to us. Why don't you? Hi, Grumpy. Good to see you. You missed most of my bitching already. Here's the rest of it.
Remember that, Hamsey? When you lied and said your neighbours had your dogs, you went away for 2 nights, and left those dogs at home alone. These are the people. And then the other people saying, I'm an animal advocate. So Terry Time, where are you in all this? Because you knew about that too.
All I know is that I heard that Amsey left her dogs for a day or overnight or whatever it is. I am an animal advocate, and if somebody yells at their dogs, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have them be yelling at you. And Maria, who wanted to give her husband's dog, let me get this perfectly straight. She wanted to give her husband's dog that she can't stand away. And Anna Freeze was sitting next to her and said, well, I'd love to take it. I'll throw it in traffic for you. So I'm sure if Sophie feels like the dog is not fitting into her plan, she will not give it to somebody like Anna Freeze that would throw it into traffic like your Maria would, and it ain't even her dog. Hi, Grumpy Italian. And I was just talking about Pull Stick. I may have to change his name because after I saw what I saw, I'm thinking a golf tee would be a better description.
Right.
Grape dick, as Sharon says. Don't be swinging your junk around, Pull Stick. It's embarrassing.
I
You
ain't
knew
doing
that
that
too.
like that.
She tried to say her neighbours took the dogs. Her neighbours fucking hated her. Hated her.
Come on. I guess that's it. But I'm going to play it again. But I guess she also knows that Amsty, better known as the gangster, what I called her. I guess she also knows that the gangster's neighbors hated her. And how she knew.
When you lied and said your neighbours had your dogs, you went away for 2 nights, and left those dogs at home alone. These are the people. And then the other people saying, I'm an animal advocate. So Terry Time, where are you in all this? Because you knew about that too. You knew about that too. She tried to say her neighbours took the dogs. Her neighbours fucking hated her. Hated her.
Well, I'll just let you handle all that animal advocacy from Scotland, where you need to keep your nose, because you don't have a clue what's going on over here. None. And I am an animal advocate. I was rescuing animals when you were shitting yellow. And Maria. So don't talk to me about animals that need rescuing. Good morning. Coming in late, big hair, don't care. Well, you can rewatch this. Oh, thankfully for my informants, because I never listen to Ann or Maria unless I get a clip. Because I can't stand, one of them I can't understand at all. This one, Mr. Ed, Turkey Teeth, and the other one I don't want to listen to, but she's bringing my name up too.
Back up. And then she'll scream at Lizzie. The dog she got a year ago. So where's all our animal lovers, Terry Time? What are you saying about Sophie screaming at her dog, shouting at her dog? Hi, Lisa Marie. Wanting to get rid of her dog that she's had for a year.
I just told you what I thought about it. I yell at my dogs worse than Sophie. Sophie has a weak, little, soft-spoken, wonderful, ladylike voice. I scream like a truck driver, and I live with a truck driver, and I scream at my dogs, and I call them motherfuckers and everything else, but guess what? It's not animal abuse, you stupid hag. What'd you find out, Brenda? I learned a lot about Maria on Jolene and Busy's show last night. I don't watch them. So what was said about them? She must not know how I love work, sometimes show emotions. That's right. Whatever your animals are. I never touch my animals. Ask Sharon how much I baby this old dog. Just ask her how much this old dog gets babied.
Oh my God. He's so spoiled, it's not even funny. But he's hanging around me now.
He hangs with Sharon when I get, because he wants to fight. He has one tooth and one eye. And he's 15, probably 16, and he thinks he has to run the whole show. He even goes after Hyena, who is the thug of the house. Oh, this is imitation of the Gat, the poodle kicker. I'm going to come to wherever fucking bee lives. I don't even know the name of the town. It's in Chicago. I'm gonna come to Chicago and curb stomp you. And I've got the video. And I may play that too because she's no lady. She gets involved in every stupid thing. She told the story herself of coming home. It wasn't even her poodle. It was her son's, I think. Came home, the poodle had been in the crate for 12 hours. She let it out. It peed a little bit on the floor and she kicked it against the wall and it ran out the door and she never saw it again. And she thought that story was fine to tell. And I have not talked to that poodle kicker since. Antifreeze told the story of the antifreeze. Gangster did not make that story up. She told it herself, and then she changed it. Either way, they're both animal killers. You, Ann, need to worry about your own side before you worry about Sophie yelling at a dog. Okay? Have we got that? Because I really don't want to fucking talk about you women. I want to worry about Trump getting this country out of the mess it's in. But of course, you people in Scotland, do you know that your farmers are having a little protest in Scotland? And do you know that? Or does your partner, Maria, think Scotland is in Philadelphia? Everybody, news blast, Maria thinks Philadelphia is a state. If you don't believe me, go listen to the ignorant. Get a map out, Maria, and fill the states in so you'll have a little idea before you run that stupid-ass mouth of yours. And your parody of me, which I just now got to see, and was pathetic. You couldn't even do a jumping jack. You got to spread your legs to do jumping jacks, fool.
So where's all our animal lovers back, huh? And then she'll scream.
Hello, Christopher.
The dog she got a year ago. So where's all our animal lovers, Terry Time? What are you saying about Sophie screaming?
You know what's funny? The one word I can understand that this motley toothed Scotsman says is Terry Time. She can say that crystal clear. Don't be talking about me anymore, especially about animal abuse, something you know nothing about. And MTT can verify, just like you could, Mr. Ed. You know that I put the money down to get them cats rescued. Nobody but me. I did it. So the nerve of you to think that I'm going to get upset over Sophie yelling at her dog is ridiculous. What else do you want to say about this mob mess? Remember, this is brought to you by Sweet Bitch Wine, who my Pekingese people brought to me. And Sharon can verify that. They always bring me Sweet Bitch Wine. I got this lovely necklace from Lisa Marie. I got this lovely bracelet from Tammy. I never yell at my dogs, but I also never yelled at my sons. Hell, I need to. I yelled at my daughter too. You better hope she never gets on here with me. I put her out of the car. I do. I am a yeller, and I don't have a problem saying what I mean. My poor dogs. Hyena. Well, Presley's sound asleep. He might. Come here, Heine. What you doing over there with Sharon? Come here. Do I yell at dogs, my girl? Do I yell at dogs? Oh, yeah, I yell at them. I yell at them. And you don't listen either, do you? Hyena already put blessings on everybody. Want to give her another blessing? You get another blessing, people. She's blessing all of you. Not me. That's her. I don't bless anybody. Miss can't be wrong. Oh, Hyena, Sophie, Hyena says, as far as she's concerned, you are fine. And you got a fine husband. And so does Moderator 148. The rest of you women. Hi, Maria's, I got to be truthful. I saw one picture of Maria's husband in a pickup truck a long time ago. I thought, wow, he ain't half bad. What's he doing with her? But I bet he's this tall. I got a feeling he don't hit my. Are you trying to bless everybody? My goodness. Carlos, hope you're feeling better. Carlos, were you sick? Yes, there is a difference between yelling. Because I yelled at my daughter, I yelled at her friends, I yell at Sharon, tell them.
All the time.
All the time, I'm a yeller. That's what I am. Sharon, don't say nothing. I kind of pout. What's what? Paul, I love you, baby. I know you're going to see this. I know I'm going to talk to you later. Oh, and a little comment that was made, I think in Maria's chat, by the way. I posted it on my community tab about, well, Terror Time. And I like that nickname, by the way. Terror Time. I like it. I can't remember who said it, but I really like it. It fits me. Said that prisoners watch YouTube. Well, that's not exactly true. All the prisoners don't get to watch it, but my Paul does because he's an instructor. So he was very upset when he saw that DV picture of me that Pull Stick posted. He was very, very upset. Just saying. JJ, don't you know that no are allowed to be human? We are all to be robots with the same. That's right. That's right, JJ. What this is why my live is called Freedom. Freedom can speak. And I have a constitution here. I already read the states that are with Texas. I doubt if Maria, and I'm sure the freak from Scotland has no idea what's going on the Texas border. I've been riveted to it. My wonderful governor.
I wonder if she thinks Dallas is a state.
Hey, Maria, is Dallas a state? What about Houston? Is that a state? Is Miami a state? You're so ignorant. Get a map, fill it out before you run that mouth. That photo shouldn't have been posted. Whoever gave that pic is an asshole. What picture are you talking about, Miss Can't Be Wrong? Who?
Your DV.
Yo, it shouldn't have. And Minnie, did you think I forgot you? No, I haven't, you vile piece of shit. And I'm going to post your partner's picture. I've come to the conclusion I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. Don't worry. I can't do that. That would make myself as low as you are. You gave that picture to Pull Stick and he posted it. And guess what? Paul saw it. And he said, he said, when did that happen? I didn't even want to tell him the story, but I did. And anyway, he's seen it on YouTube. I said, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. So I'm just telling you, be very, very careful what you put out there. You got that, Pull Stick? Because now there's some shit coming out about you. And I hope for the child involved and for you, it's not true. I really do. Even though I can't stand you, I really hope that's not true. And unless I see proof, I'm not going to run with it. Just like I didn't run with MRE's bullshit stuff. Recruits the mass at the border. Hi, Simply Sophie, nice seeing you. Miss Terry Time, don't do that. You're better than that. Well, I'm not going to, Miss Can't Be Wrong, but sometimes when I think of her and how she backstabbed me so bad, because you don't realize, Miss Can't Be Wrong, we talked on the phone every day for months. I told her everything. And to think that she gave that picture to Pull Stick and he posted it is unforgivable, in my opinion. Because nobody had the picture. I didn't even still have it. Hi, Dana. And Dana's saying hi to you too, Sharon. You should have brought your phone in here.
Yeah,
So you could see the chat. I'm almost done bitching, Dana. You missed a good bitch. Bitcheroo. Do you want me to read those 24 states that are backing Texas up? Because Florida has already said, I bet you didn't know that, did you, Maria? Or is Florida a state or is Miami a state? You're blessing everybody. Even though I yell, you're the sweetest little dog. I know it. You trying to get me shut up or you trying to bless people? Which is it? Which is it? She's waving hi, everybody. Anyway, Sophie. It's 24 states, Miss Can't Be Wrong, and I'll be very happy to read them. These are the states that publicly support my wonderful governor, Greg Abbott. They're going to help with the border. I will show you the list. I'm going to read them. 25 U.S. states backing Texas. Montana, New Hampshire, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, Illinois, Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia. Those are the 25 states that are backing Texas, and Florida and Oklahoma have already sent troops to help the wonderful state of Texas, who is fighting by themselves to prevent this invasion of immigrants into this country. Something like 6 million have already got in. So you all need to be back in Texas. And if Biden tries to do something stupid, I will be down there on the border helping it. I love Hyena. All Republican states. I know, Dana. I know, Dana. Is that any surprise to you? And two, Oklahoma, and I watched the governor yesterday give a speech, and he said that Oklahoma and Florida have already sent the National Guard here to help. And I've been posting a lot on my Instagram. But Sophie and Tammy, you'll be happy to know that both of your states are back in Texas. And Alabama is, and I think Miss can't be wrong, that's your state. And believe it or not, Illinois is. But you know why? Because them people are having a fit in Chicago because my great governor sent a whole 50 busloads of immigrants up there to Chicago, and they're not liking it. We don't have a country without a secure border. I know, JJ. And isn't it funny? I'm so glad I've got some smart people in here. Isn't it funny that all these stupid women want to talk about is each other's kids and each other's husbands and each other's who did this and putting text out and who did that, wanting me to get involved, and Sophie yelling at her dog when there's crucial things going on, crucial things to this country. Christopher Capello, are you behind? Delaware wasn't because of stupid Biden. I know. And neither's New York. And I'm from New York. I'm from the hills of New York. I'm a New York hillbilly, and I'm embarrassed. Pennsylvania's not on there because of Philadelphia. The state of Philadelphia is fucking the state of Pennsylvania up, according to Maria. Jessica, why don't you come in here? I'd like you to say to a real hillbilly like me, for instance, Maria, to my fucking face, what you run your mouth about that you don't know a thing about. I know. That's the same way with New York, Primo. Upstate New York. In fact, we used to wear a t-shirt in New York that said, and this was when I was a kid, so this was years and years ago. It said, keep New York State beautiful. Shoot a Flatlander. And you know who the Flatlanders are? Philadelphia and New York City. Anyway, there's 54 people in here, and have I thought of anything else? Oh, give me my pills. I got to shake my pills for the rednecks. Rednecks, white trash, hillbillies, trailer trash, Trump, 2024. You are my people. And you have a voice in my chat anytime anybody gets under your skin like that stupid Maria. And then she thought about what she said when she was calling Moderator 148's husband, hillbilly. She thought about what she said. I'll give her more credit than I do fucking FBS, because he don't think about nothing. He says he's just all about begging money. You better hope pizza don't leave, FBS, or where's your content gonna be? You hooked up with a real winner with Pool Stick. I can't wait to see you both go down the drain. Anyway, Maria did have enough sense to say, now, I don't mean this talking about hillbillies and rednecks. I'm just talking about hills have eyes. Good try, Maria, but it don't work. You said exactly what you meant to say. There's no hills have eyes bullshit involved in it. You said what you said. You can't get out of it. I agree. Instead of tearing people down, we should be worried about the country. That's right, Brenda. And I am worried about the country. And if that stupid Biden does anything to fuck with the National Guard, I will be down there on that border. And I'm well fucking armed, and I'm a very good shot. I will be protecting the United States from the invasion. Yes, I will. But you don't hear any of these content creators talking about that shit. They'd rather talk about who put a video out about their mother and where Siwa Moon is moving to. And Siwa, if you did move to Tennessee, you're going to love it there. It's a beautiful state. And Dana Vault, you piece of shit. You called me on the phone from Tennessee. You told me you were from Boston, you had moved to Tennessee, and you were looking for antifreeze, the dog killer. So, Siwa was probably right when you were stalking her in Tennessee. I don't have a doubt in my mind, because you busybody motherfuckers, that's all you have time to do. Hillbilly redneck white trash. She talks. I know she does. Does she not realize I just read 25 states and I know she's calling more than half the country deplorable when it's her and people like her that are ignorant and don't know what's going on in the country, period. But I'm going to tell you something, you stupid bitch, Maria. You mentioned hillbillies and rednecks again, I'm going to come at you again. And if you ever call Philadelphia a state, I may write to Pennsylvania and tell them, did they know that Philadelphia was a state? Know what you're talking about before you run your mouth. And Mr. Ed and Turkey Teeth, don't you ever dare to bring my name up in any kind of animal advocacy when you're sitting over there with antifreeze, poodle kicker, gap tooth, and Maria, who wanted to give her husband's dog to the antifreeze to throw in traffic. Don't you ever say a word about Sophie. Have you got that? Ever. And Sophie and Moderator 148, just for the record, your husbands are hot. Both of them. I ain't seen everybody's husbands, but I've seen enough I've seen Turkey Teeth's husband. He didn't impress me any. If he puts up with her and lets her act like that, he ain't much of a man. Anyway, why doesn't she go back where she's from? It's so bad here. She doesn't even live here. Miss can't be wrong. She lives in Scotland. That's why you can't understand her. I didn't know Scotland had a different language. I thought they talked English, but listening to her is like listening to a foreign language. Anyway, I'm all snapped up. I don't know what me and Sharon are going to do today. What are we going to do today? I think I may drink some of that sweet bitch wine. And I wish Jesco, my most famous hillbilly that comes in here, sweet bitch wine, people. This is brought to you by Sweet Bitch Wine that my Pekingese people brought me. Yes, I can't understand. Nobody can. And I don't know why they won't tell her that to her face. Sophie was the only one that would put her in closed captions, because I'd say, Sophie, if you want me to listen to this, please put her in closed captions. I let you hear what I had. You can hear her say Terry time perfectly clear. Love you, Terry time, oldest and baddest. Bye, everyone. I will be listening. I'm about done. Sharon, got anything you want to say?
Nope.
About this bunch? You ain't got nothing to say about
the bottom feeders? Get alive.
I can't
Leave
even
each other alone and mind your own business.
Yeah.
And you guys, I don't know about you guys. You guys are stupid.
We know what the guys are after, but the women haven't realized it yet. Me and you, Sharon was in my porn room with me. We know what the guys want, but is it worth it putting up with these mouthy ass females just to get a couple pictures and a Virginia picture? Is it, guys? Really?
Well, a bunch of you guys on here, they really ain't after that. They're just out there to down somebody.
I know it. Oh, yum. Moscato is my favorite. Look at this. And you can only get it in Texas and New York. You can't get it anywhere else. I am not a sweet bitch. I'm just a pure bitch. And I was in a bitchy mood because I've had this listening to this shit of ants since my little informant sent me a clip. Sophie, don't worry. You're in no danger of any animal people. But if you do want to find your English bulldog a wonderful home, I do have the site where I got Pistol a new home, and I will send it to you if you're serious about it. If you were just upset and mad, everybody gets upset. Where's my old man at?
He done went trucking in yonder.
No, is he off?
Yeah, he jumped off.
He jumped off the bed.
Yes.
Hyena's still here.
He's over here.
So Hyena, you ready to tell everybody bye and hi? It's okay to yell at the dog. Yeah, it is. And this dog does know every state of the United States. Don't you, baby? What do you think about South Florida?
And
She
you can
won't,
understand
she
her
won't even
better
look at.
than you can understand
Talk to her,
them.
Sharon. Sharon can talk Pekingese. See, Sharon talk. What's the matter? What's she saying? Talk to her. What'd you say to her, Sharon? She didn't like that.
I told her she couldn't speak no clearer than Ann.
Are you talking Scottish?
So she's speaking Jap, Chinese, one of the two.
Okay, everybody. Pool stick does not have a pool stick. He only uses that as a weapon against women.
Great dick.
He has a great dick. Golf tee. This big. And he had the nerve to make fun of Code. Really, Code. You don't have a thing to worry about. He is the last person in the world that ought to be making fun of anybody's junk. And I'm hoping beyond hope that that shit on bottom feeders is not true. I don't think he was dumb enough to put that on a video. I don't. So I'm not going to run with it. And I wouldn't even run with it if it is true because I'm not getting children involved in anything. Not even a story like that. Okay, there's the old man. There's Presley. There's my old guy. Hi, buddy. You're so old. You are spoiled beyond belief.
He's my little man.
Anyway, people, ciao. I'm gonna put my other Trump hat. This one says Trump, no more bullshit. And don't worry, Texas has got the border, people, and there's 25 states backing them up. Ciao. Love y'all. No problems in my chat. Freedom of speech. Sophie, don't worry. You can yell at your dog. It's not against the law. It might be against Scottish law, but I doubt it. Anyway,